Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your
We have a search warrant.
Photo News Fix. This fix is brought to you by Allform and their easy-to-assemble American-made modular sofas that are scratch and stain resistant and comfortable. Whether you want a single armchair or a 225-inch long 8-seat sectional, Allform has you covered. In fact, remember a few weeks ago when Steven got his new Helix mattress? Well, Allform is a sister brand of Helix, and this time around, Steven got his new whiskey leather 3-seat sofa and chaise lounge to finally fill his empty sitting room. The good news is shipping was fast and free right to his door and only took 15 minutes to set up. And guess what? You get to try it out for 100 days. If you don't want leather, no problem. There's plenty of different fabrics and colors to choose from as well. It's easy to personalize your sofa to your space and style by creating over 500 plus unique combinations. Steven was able to take an empty room and instantly spice it up, whether he wants to unwind after a day of editing, take a quick nap, give Chip a new place to sleep, or even add a matching armchair later. Allform has him covered. To check out Allform and get 20% off, head on over to allform.com/pro. First off, let's kick this week off with some Nikon news. Nikon has released their financial results for Q1 of their 2023 fiscal year. Now don't get confused by the 2023 date, as their fiscal year started in 2022 and ends in 23. According to their report, the revenue and operating profit for its imaging and products business was up 22.4% and 47.8% respectively. It's funny, I try to talk at like 2x speed. It's kind of weird because that's how I'm used to seeing videos. Anyway, for those who know the value of the yen, that's 61.2 billion and 13.6 billion yen, or a trillion Canadian dollars.
You, buddy.
Nikon shared a bunch of charts like this one, and this one, and I have pretty much no idea what any of it means anyway, since I'm not a financial analyst, or analyst. But from what I've gathered, and by gathered, I mean from this article on DP Review, I'm citing my source here because that's what you do, they say that these numbers are back up to being more than the pre-pandemic ones, which is great news for Nikon. They've even gone on to raise their revenue and operating profit forecast for their imaging products, which means they think they're gonna make more money.
Greed is good.
Imagine how much money they would have if they released a Z8.
Could have had a
Z8. Next up, here we go again. Instagram is back in the news this week that they will start testing out a new full-screen vertical format for photos in 9:16 format. Currently, vertical photos are cropped to 4:5, meaning you lose part of the top and bottom, unless you shoot actual 4:5, that is. Oh yeah, while we're at it, if you shoot film, then have it developed, scanned, and then posted on Instagram only to tell everyone how amazing film is, yeah, you might want to rethink that statement, because film actually sucks. There, I said it. Skewer me in the comments. It's not as good as digital.
Opinions are like assholes.
But Jared, it's film. It's so classic. I scanned it. Isn't it so amazing? No, because you scanned it into digital. Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, posted videos saying you can have tall videos, but you can't have tall photos on Instagram. So we thought maybe we should make sure that we treat both equally.
Right.
Sure, Adam, let's treat photos as equals to videos by actually giving photos some god darn reach. You see that? I said god darn. I didn't want to offend people by saying god damn.
You have sinned a great sin.
Adam says testing of this feature will begin to roll out soon. Are you for or against this feature? Let me know down below. Next up, Sigma has dropped 2 more E-mount digital native lenses for Sony and no one else.
You sure about that?
Fine. They also released it for the,
Mount Alliance.
The first lens is a 20mm f1.4 and the second lens is a 24mm f1.4 art, and that's the end of the Sigma news.
That's the end?
I mean, it could be, but I'll give you just a little bit more info. The 20mm lens offers a clicked or declicked aperture ring with a lock, has an 82mm filter thread, as well as a rear filter holder. Now, I won't bore you with how many elements and groups it has because no one other than nerds actually care.
No!
What I found interesting is there is a lens heater retainer, meaning when you use a lens heater, it somehow doesn't get in your image's way. Now, I personally don't have a need for a 21.4, but it does seem like this is a great option for astrophotographers as well as some video shooters out there, especially when it's priced at $899. Now, the second lens is a 24 1.4 art that's been redesigned specifically for digital, thus the DN,
Deets nuts.
which stands for digital native. One selling point Sigma made for this lens is its size. It's 3 inches by 3.8 inches and weighs 520 grams or 18.3 ounces. But the real selling point for it is its price, $799, where Sony's 24 1.4 G Master is $1,300. So for the majority of the people out there looking for a 24 1.4 on a Sony E-mount camera, the Sigma will be a pretty good bet for you to go with. Speaking of plenty good, have you listened to any of the first 9 episodes of the now rebooted Raw Talk podcast, where Steven and I go deeper into the weekly news stories and much more? Well, you can get it wherever you listen to podcasts by searching for FroKnowsPhoto Podcast, or head on over to FroKnowsPhoto.com/podcast to check out the episodes. And finally, Canon rumors is claiming that the next RF mount camera is already in the field getting testing, and I can confirm I don't have one. Though if it's true, I'd like to try one out. What they are being told is that this camera will be more of a vlogger style camera, which might have a similar design to the M6 Mark II, which was a freaking fantastic camera, by the way. Now, they didn't have any confirmed specs, but went on to say you can expect it to shoot 4K 60 and likely will have 120 frames per second mode. Yeah, no shit. Thanks, Frostradamus. They also go on to say that the camera will use a different kind of vari-angle screen and not the one that flips out and rotates to the side. They say that the biggest complaint that they get is that people want one that flips up. Are you kidding me? Haven't we been down this road before? If you put a microphone in the hot shoe and flip the screen up, you won't see the screen. Oh, you're one of those shitty vloggers? You know, with shitty audio? Cool, go for it. Anyway, I checked with my sources and they had nothing to say to me. But if I had to guess, this camera might be out by the end of the year, and as long as I can put some wide angle quality good ass glass on it, I might go vlog a little bit more. There you have it, that's your photo news fix this time around. To check out the last fix, go ahead and click on the screen right here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and that's where I'm gonna leave it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.